accidentally made the event. Let me see. I made the event private on accident. Yeah. Good. Oh, okay. Alex, you are on, so I guess it's working. It's been a long time since I've only seen 2 people on. There you go, 5. I've gotten spoiled with a little bit of an audience, so okay, it's working. Good morning, guys. Overslept. Glad Steven could live stream. It's always nice to get his perspective. So, especially when I oversleep. So the only position I'm in is NBY. I had a 98 or 99. Yeah, 99. No, 98-cent entry. Only entered a couple thousand shares, but this is more of a fundamentals play. Like this move was wild. The more I didn't do very much research on it, but the more I look into NBY, the more I think it's just going to tank. The sketchy CEO, trash company. We're at $1 level. I feel like it's made its little move it's wanted to make, like pump, second pump. It might not go straight down, but I think this one continues to fade. So at least I'm not red on the day. I'm up a little on this one, but not much. And I'll probably play pops on this one as well. If it gets to this level that it bounced last time, I'll get out. What's up, Alex, T-Mac Trades, CJ, Ordo? And I actually played this one yesterday. I put it in the Discord. And y'all know I don't like to really like gloat or flex like I know how to time my entries perfect. But this one, I don't know if y'all can see, a good call out by Martin. I wasn't even planning on trading. And then I saw this one entered a bunch of shares here. And then I got out right where it started to bounce. And again, I'm not going to lie and act like I knew it was going to do that. My P&L just hit a number that I was happy with, so I closed it. And it ended up popping right after that. So there's a little bit of luck involved with that one. I'm not going to act like I knew it was going to pop there. I'm still a little confused why it popped right there, but got my P&L to a level that I was satisfied with, and that's kind of why I closed it, but I'm glad I did. So I'm going to play it again until that level. Not too concerned about this breaking of the new high action, because every time it went to test above this level, it couldn't really hold. So I think it fades. And it's a sketchy company, sketchy CEO that's taken over with a basically $6 million security purchase. So a little bit more of a fundamentals play on this one. Now I'll look and see what else is moving. SISI, that's the one I was talking about earlier that I'm going to avoid. And this is a reason why I'm going to avoid it, is because I'm going to start being a little bit more particular about the ones I enter. And a Chinese play, I think it's Chinese, and only 450K market cap. Like, I'm not going to mess with SISI. So many short sellers I've noticed, good short sellers, they say they don't like shorting tickers with less than $1 million float, and I see why. I used to make money on them, but it's almost like 50-50 now, and I'm not a 50-50 trader. Yeah, Ordo. Yeah, you can make money on them. I used to make a decent amount on these low floats, but lately it's either I make good on them or they go against me hard. So I'm just going to, there's other opportunity in the market right now. That's what I'll say. Oh, NBY's Chinese play too? It's got like a 5 million float though. I can trade 5 million floats. But when I checked it, it was like 5 million. Let me see. I'm not too concerned about NBY pumping. Yeah, 5.82 million. Yeah, I'm not, this one isn't going to, again, that's small, but the difference between a 500,000 and 5 million share float is completely different. That's like a 10x difference. So just think SI could move probably like 10x quicker. Basically, it's not, it's not that straightforward. But the point is, like, this is small, but not like 500,000 small. So I can trade a 5 million float without. Oh, okay, got it, Jim. Yeah. But you're right, 5 or 6 million is a small float, but in our world, it's not that tiny. But yeah, thank you for hopping on. I'm sorry I overslept. It was I had a feeling that would happen, honestly. Stayed up way too late last night, and for no good reason, to be honest. So I don't even have my trade alerts on. So Alex, I know you said in Discord that you hopped on, or you didn't play early this morning. Did anybody else play 4 a.m. to 7 or 6:59? Were there any good plays? Oh, generate. There you go, right there. I'm in MBY again, and GXAI, and AUUD, and PCB. Let's go, bro. Yeah. It's funny because I think mine and your style's probably closer than you realize, bro, because I trade a lot of tickers too during the day. But I've seen that you'll average like 40 trades a day. If I'm averaging 40 trade, that's definitely on the high side. I'm usually like 20, usually in the 20s. But I get it. I just know you were sharing your stats and everybody was like 40 trades. And I'm just like, you got a lot of opinions, bro. But if it works for you, keep doing it. But it is mentally exhausting, I bet, because even trading 20 tickers. Well, it's not even 20 tickers, it's 20 trades. So it doesn't feel like 20 trades. So maybe it doesn't feel like 40 trades to you. Good morning, everyone. And sorry for putting your info out there like that, Generate, but you have been having a good month. Is it still going well, I assume? MBY getting a little bounce here. I'm gonna play every bounce, to be honest. I just see this one fading. Trash fundamentals, trash CEO. I'm probably not gonna play this little bounce, but if it gets up to 1, I will. But what I expect to happen with this one, let's see, I don't draw much, but some little action like this, you know what I mean? Probably not this steep of a drop, but like we're gonna get some pops. But I think this one just goes down. It's probably not gonna be a straight shot, and we might get a reverse at market open here and there, but I think the momentum will die with MBY. Had a rough Monday and Tuesday because of going long on 2 stocks. So lesson learned, bro. You on the dark side, man. We don't do long. I'll do them occasionally, but I just need to switch platforms so I can trade from 4 a.m. I do have a lot of trades for smaller positions. Who do you trade with? TradeZero, link in the description. Who do you trade with, though? Curious. There's a few good ones out there, but I definitely like TradeZero. Charles Schwab. Ooh, you that's wild, bro. You're over here making like 12, 13 plus K months so far on Charles Schwab. That's wild. Yeah, get you a short selling broker. You can double what you make if you have a good shorting broker. Yeah, I haven't been playing the 4 a.m. plays as much generally, but they're usually money. They are usually money. They're money they until you get reckless, of course. The problem with me is like when I trade the 4 a.m. pops, I've been awake for like 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like I'll set an alarm for like 3:58, 3:55, so I'm not cognitively there. But you might could figure it out. Strange. Shorting is scary. Halt up 1,000% can happen. I mean, yeah, definitely. And on that note, this is not financial advice, it's educational purposes only. This is just how I trade. But you know, that's all I'm gonna talk about exchange. So if that's if you're like anti-shorting, it's probably not the stream for you. It is scary and things can hold up. But I've been trading for shorting for many, few years now. And I've never been called in 1,000% hold up. It's, it can happen though, but it's usually like $2 halt to $3 or $3 halt to $5. It's not 3 and halt to 30. It's not a very common occurrence, but anything can happen. Or do I like your advice? Which one is better, TradeZero or Centerpoint? I use IBKR for more than 10 years with time to move on. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I'm biased. I am very biased to TradeZero, but I do like TradeZero. I've tried a couple, and TradeZero is my favorite. I actually use IBKR. I use it for like I use Charles Schwab for my long positions. I use IK, like my buy and holds and never sell. IBKR, I use that for my will strategy, but shorting, bro, I don't even get, I've tried it and the locates are way more, or it's just pricier. And sometimes I can't short certain stocks on that platform. So I'm biased to TradeZero. They give you incentives and the customer service is normally pretty good. So, but again, do your DD, but I like it. Appreciate it, woodworking guitar. That means a lot, bro. And I'll thank y'all for joining too. I always appreciate y'all's insights. So DVLT, oh, it's only up 17%. It's getting a little pop, but I need to see it up more. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep live streaming here. I'm gonna do Discord exclusively on Fridays, and I'm gonna start doing Friday afternoon faders too, from like 2. But I got to figure out a schedule because now that we're going to Discord, I need to do some Discord exclusive streams too. And the platform's pretty cool. I haven't live streamed on it too much, but Ordo, you try to use your code, it didn't work. Where are you at? Are you in Canada? All you got to do is click the link and then it should autofill the code for you. I found out recently, no, it should work. But if you use the link, it should automatically add that code. I've been having other people say they had issues. It's worked, but it hasn't been super smooth. Then when you copied the code, it didn't work. I finally put it in my description. Oh yeah, Alexandru, for me in the end it worked. Yeah, you were, huh? I'm gonna screenshot this and talk to my dude. I don't know your real name, but Ordo, but And support is the best so far for TradeZero. Yeah, Alexander, that's why I like it, because the few times I've had to reach out, they made things right for me. Like one time I couldn't log in. I know that's a big deal, but I couldn't log in. And they gave me like all my locate fees back for the day, which was like $300. So, you know, they do try to make it right when they can. And I don't have very many problems with them, but that's enough selling TradeZero. But you do, regardless if it's TradeZero or somewhere else, like I do recommend getting a short selling broker. It's going to make your life easier. So MBY bouncing, and you'll just probably make more money. You'll have better options. Ian, yeah, I found out the code doesn't work in Canada. But yeah, Ordo, if you do decide to do it, shoot me a message on like, or I have your, I don't know if you're in Circle or not, but if you, whether it's Instagram or if you're in Discord or whatever, if you shoot me your email address, I can make sure you get your incentives if you do want to sign up. But yeah, we'll address that as needed. Yeah, Ian, the code doesn't work in Canada. So SI not playing. MBY is the only one I'm interested in right now. If y'all see anything, or if there's anything that y'all are looking at, put it on my radar. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna be a little bit more strict with my entries. I'm tired of starting the days red. I'm green now, but not by much, but very little, like not barely $100 on the day, because I just woke up not too long ago. But so these other 30% pops, I'm not interested in. Like AUD, I know y'all were trading that on live. It'll probably fade, but I'm not interested in that one. I have a certain criteria, and I've been bending my rules a little bit, so I'm gonna stop doing that. So back to what I was saying, T Mac. Probably, I still think TradeZero is the best broker, but you just don't get my incentives for in Canada. Like you can still use it in Canada, but for whatever reason, my it only works. It's literally Canada's the only country it doesn't work for. It works for international and United States, but you can still use it. Oh, you did submit the request already? Yeah. Shoot me your whether it's on Instagram or whatever, I'll make sure you get those extra incentives on Instagram, or if you're in Discord or Circle or whatever. Oh, I see your message. I'll make sure they hook you up. But no, thanks for the heads up. You're not the first one that had trouble. Alexandru, you had some trouble too, so I'll figure out what's going on. But anyways, back to stocks. Yeah, if y'all see anything that looks interesting, let me know. But as of right now, MBY is the only thing that's intriguing to me. This one I'm actually very interested in. So not saying it's not going to reverse, but I have a hard time believing this one reverses and gets bullish today. Rhyme? We get an alert. Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, so we'll get some PRs. So we might get a
NCT.
NCT, are these old alerts? No, NCT is a new pop. Man, it flushed immediately. NCT. It didn't have much volume though. TradingView didn't even pick up that move. On TradeZero, you can see a move up to 270.
DAR.
THAR. That one looks kind of interesting. THAR. Getting a little pop here. I went ahead and grabbed some locates because they were cheap. At least on TradeZero, they were cheap. If it does want to get up there, I like to see it get up to the 170, 175. There's a decent wall at 157 though. Might fade here. It's up 30%. So I'm not saying this is not like a no play for anybody, but it's just I don't have as good a luck whenever they're not up 50% or more. They end up getting to 50% or more, and then I'm pissed off I entered before my criteria. So this gets up to about $1.70, $1.75. I think it'll be around, there it goes. So it's starting to make the move up. If it gets to 169, I don't know if that'll be 50%. I think it'll be more like 45%, but I'll be interested in an entry. There we go. So now I'm in it. MBY, what is it doing? Let's get back to the 5 minute. Yeah, this one's probably gonna be a slow fader, honestly. So I added some more shares at $1.74, and I have some more waiting at $1.79. Got filled, so let's see what it does here. Does it reject? Does it keep breaking new highs? Look like it's breaking a new high. Let's pull up the 1 minute. Let's see what the 1 minute looks like. So the 1 minute's trying to break a new high. It doesn't look like it's holding right now. I don't have my news pulled up, so let me see what this news is about. Stock type. Took a little on this move down, didn't make much on it, but just got my size down more than anything because I was in 2,000 shares. I wanted to get it down a little bit, so now I'm only in 1,500, and my next exit is around, I think, 165, and then I'm going to just trade with 1,000 shares I have. So I would like to see another little flush down. I mean, I would like to see it flush completely down, but at least get down. I'm in 1,500 shares, so it's not that big, but I'd rather only be around 1,000 shares on this one. Okay, I got a little flush at 165. So now with these 1,000 that I'm still in, I'm just going to watch price action, see what happens while I do some DD on this ticker. Let's see. Reports. Let's see. Simulation results against rest simulation. Really, is that all it is? Announced positive simulation results for TH104. Yeah, the results are based on simulation rather than like real world clinical data. Yeah, this is a fluff PR if I've ever seen one. So yeah, on pops, I'll be interested in adding. Again, want to be clear, fluff PRs can still run, but it does give me more confidence. I think even most people can read through a simulation result. So if it gets back up, I should have called that 175 pop, but if it gets back up to the 175, 180 range, I'll be looking to add. It didn't fill me. Oh, here we go. Now it did. It has a pretty small float too, though, only 2 million, but I can work with that. Taking a little bit more profit here on this move down, 166. So I'm backing only 1,000 shares. So just respecting VWAP right now. We'll see what the 5-minute looks like. Similar. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. It's small. It's definitely small, but again, the difference between a less than million float versus 2, 3, 4, 5 million is a drastic difference. I mean, again, just think about it. SI is 4 times smaller than this float. So it's small, but it's not like insanely small. So, but yeah, 2 million is definitely small. But if I eliminate 2 million, I'm eliminating too many plays. It's more just the ones that are under 1 million. They're crazy. So I might just keep playing it every time it bounces like this, add around 175, 179, and I didn't add at 175, but I did get my 179 filled. I didn't even think it got up there. Oh, it did, yeah. And we'll play it back down again. So I'll, if it gets to about 165 again. It's getting some decent money flow though. It's already 8 million shares traded. But I just don't think this, yeah, here it is. Yeah, I just don't think, again, I could be wrong, but is this one going to pump that long? Because I could see this one fading too. So went ahead and took some more profit at $1.66. And I'm just kind of scalping this one. I'm still holding a decent amount of shares. Well, that's a decent, like I'm going from 1,000 shares to 2,000 shares. I haven't dropped under 1,000 shares because just in case it flushes, but basically the additional 1,000 shares I keep adding and trading. I've just been just circulating those, rotating them, for lack of a better word. So I'm back to only 1,000 shares, but if it pops back to 179, we'll do this whole thing over again. Only making, you know, about $100 every time I do that, but I don't want to close my whole position because I think this one could flush. Or it could get bullish, like I said. Let me pull up AskEdgar. Let me see some fundamentals on this one. Oh, we having some huge asks. I think it flushes here. Nope. I looked away. I don't know if it ate it up or if they were just spoofing and removed it, but it's not there anymore. But I would like to see a close. I don't know if we're going to see it, but a close below VWAP will be bearish, a 5-minute.
Cock.
Okay, then. EOCH. And there's that flush I was waiting for. So I'm going to trim a little here. So I'm only in 500 shares now.
Cock.
Bro, this is G-rated. What is it? COCH. COCH. We're getting a double announcement, so that means it's probably running. Let's see, COCH. Pretty strong move up. I'm grabbing some locates. What is the float on this one? This one's moving crazy. EOCH. 10 million float. Okay, good. I'm in at 190. I'm pulling up AskEdgar the news. What is up with this one? COCH.
Cock.
Oh, it's just a pattern. I'm glad y'all appreciate that. Okay, I'm getting out on this flush. I'm trying to keep my cool, but I wasn't expecting my computer to scream that out this morning a few times. Over and over. YouTube's gonna take my live stream down. Oh, 58% on ownership. Yeah, I'm out. I got out on the flush, but yeah, I got out on this flush, so I'm not in it right now. It's decent news. I mean, patent, I can get a patent, you know what I mean? So it just doesn't mean they're going to make money on it, but if they got 3 of them, maybe it'll be a little bullish. Patent news usually runs, but it's rarely a sustainer or a multi-day runner. You know what I mean? So if it gets back up to like the 190s, I guess I'm in scalp mode today. I'll play it again. NBY is reversing on me a little bit. So I'm gonna add a little more here. That's a good point. That's a good point. Light. Bro, NBY better not act up today. But it could get manipulated, so who knows? But if this thing runs, I will be very surprised. What ended up happening to THAR? Okay, I'm completely out of it now. Bro, NBY, are you serious, bro? I'm adding these pops. Hope I don't regret it, but oh, the overall offering risk is low. I thought this was, huh. Still gonna play it, but I thought this was fundamentally a worse company than it is. They technically have 11 months of cash left. I don't know if AskEdgar has already updated that 6 million security purchase. I don't know, but I'm still gonna play it. I'm not stopping out until it gives me a good reason to stop out. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in no man's land. It's still popping though. I'm not gonna add any more at this point. We'll let it play out. Pretty strong pop actually, but again, I'm gonna just keep an eye on it at this point. COCH. Oh, it flushed down. Nice. 160. Yeah, I got out of this one too quick. I got out at VWAP. THAR. If it gets back to VWAP, yeah, I might consider an entry here. So I'm back in 163. Yeah, 163. If it gets to 167, I'll add some more. Yeah. COCH is going down. So I'm just in THAR and NBY now. If y'all held COCH, y'all are banking. Congrats. So now I'm in 1,000 shares with THAR. And then if it gets up to these 180, 175, I'll add 1,000 more. I need to look up the sentiment on MBY. Does like people not realize this is a very questionable CEO? And the news really isn't even that great either. I didn't think like, yes, a securities purchase deal with new CEO, a private investor basically had a $6 million security purchase. And it seems like I'm looking at the chat, like Webull chat, and it's getting a lot of attention though, MBY. Like stock tweets, X, Webull, they love these trash tickers, bro. I don't know what it is. Get excited about these. I know this is rare, but when shorting, how do you manage the risk of being caught in the volatility news, regulatory halts, and the price rising like 20x instantly? Yeah, again, somebody said something weird earlier about going up like 1,000% in a halt. Like, I just have never experienced that. Yeah, I've never seen something go up 20x so quick that I could get out. I've never seen that scenario. So I guess I'll have to figure it out whenever if I'm ever caught in it. But again, I've never like the 20x instantly. I've never been in that. Like I know there's some examples where stocks have moved up rapidly, but it's not like it goes from $10 to $200. Like there's opportunities to usually exit. Like even some of these over the past 3, 4, 5 years that have just went ham, like the MGEL or the DRUG or like I've never seen it instantly 20x. And again, I don't trade on outliers. That's how my leadership is too as a leader. Like I don't, you got to be ready for those, but my criteria is, like I was just saying this morning, is I'm starting to be a little more strict on the 1 million less float, but I just haven't been in that situation. I don't think I've been in a halt where it's 2x'd. I usually just like if it's a $3 halt, it unhalts at like $4. Maybe I've been in one that 2x, but I don't even remember, much less a 20x. And I'm knocking on wood, but I haven't even seen it, much less been in one. So I added to my THAR position at 179. So I'm back in 2,000 shares. I was not expecting this one to get all the way back up here, but I'm excited it did. And here's the flush. Yeah, I was in that one. I actually was in that halt. And that's a 10x. I mean, again, I don't, if y'all, I don't really know how to answer that question. How about that's the best answer? Like if you focus on the one outlier when there's thousands of stocks moving every day, like if you get caught in that, like I guess that sucks. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. But I was in that one and I don't remember it opening 10x because I was stuck in that one in 2023, actually. But yeah, scare money don't make money. So if that's something y'all concerned about, the very rare outlier, then I don't know how to answer that. Yeah, don't know how to answer it. I don't trade. The funny thing is I trade only like 2 to 4K each position. So that would still hurt, but that wouldn't like wreck my profile or like my account. But yeah, no, I don't really know how to answer it. I've never seen it, never experienced it. So I pray that day doesn't come, I guess. But I have experience going long and not making money and seeing nobody around me make money going long besides like the elite. So I'm gonna take my odds on shorting. But yeah, 2023, I remember that one. I think I remember that one at least, that Chinese ticker. And again, you just have good criteria. Like some of the best shorters out there that I know, they don't play less than 1 million market cap, and they usually don't play Chinese tickers. So Chinese tickers are usually ones that manipulate it. I forget where there's another one that went crazy. That Clover guy, I can't think of his name. He got caught in it and lost like $250,000, but he was playing like really big size, but it was a Chinese ticker. So again, just have strict entry criteria. Don't trade Chinese tickers. They're the ones that's usually the most manipulated. Don't trade less than 1 million market float. So no, it's a very good question. I just really don't know how to answer it. Just I hope I don't ever get caught in that scenario because I've been shorting since 2023 consistently, making like profit since 2023, and I haven't really been caught up in those situations. But it got me thinking though, you probably should start avoiding Chinese tickers because those are usually the ones that do that. And sorry, my mic is super far away, so if y'all have trouble hearing me, I just scooted it closer. But yeah, it's a good conversation. It's just a hard one to answer. You got it, CJ. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, MLGO was the one I was thinking of. That one got me too, generic, and they're all Chinese. So again, like the Friendly Bear, he's an example. Like he doesn't trade Chinese tickers because of things like that. So just smart entry criteria, and that's what I'm trying to be more and more. 2023, 2024, there were some reckless times that I traded, and I would basically short anything. And I'm trying to like dial that in a little bit. Oh yeah, HKD was another one. I think that was the one I think I got caught in was HKD. But again, like it didn't unhalt like it wasn't like it was $1, then it unhalted at 1,000. It was like $1, then it halted at $2, then it halted at $4, then it halted at $6, then it halted at $10. You know what I mean? Like there was chances to get out. But again, it's still not a fun, that was not a fun experience. Let's just say that. But it's usually the Chinese tickers for sure. TIVC making a move. Dang, COCH. Completely flushed. Oh, okay. This looks not looking bad. Pull the 1 minute, see what it's doing. But now, thanks for bringing it up, Light. It got me kind of thinking this might be the point in my life where I start avoiding those Chinese ones. Risk versus reward. I gambled with them in the past and I've survived. So maybe this is the point where I probably start eliminating them soon. Nice flush on TIVC. I was wanting it to get up a little bit higher, so I'm not in it. Yeah, so what were you saying? How do you scan for shorts? What's your criteria? Noob, I'm long. Long story short, less than 100 million market cap. I'll trade up to 150, 200 sometimes, but mostly under 100 million market cap, up over 50%. If it's a parabolic pop, I try to get in because they usually correct. I like to enter at resistance. I like to enter at weakness. Kind of got a playbook. It's in my Discord group, but yeah, and over 1 million float is something I'm starting to add. But yeah, that's basically it. Parabolic moves up. If I see it's approaching resistance or it's an excessive move, I short it because most tickers do what TIVC is about to do and COCH. It's a probability game. The thing with shorting is risk management, I think, is the key to succeeding in this game. You got to have a point where if it goes, you got to get out. But yeah, no, it's tune into the live streams if you're interested. I'll get more granular with the details of how we do these things, but I have a few playbooks in the Discord. Let's see where playbook. We just moved to Discord. Set up a library. So yeah, we got VWAP retests, late day unwinds, 200 daily SMA rejections, high of day retests, PR exhaustions. That's what we're playing now. 4 a.m. pops, VWAP fade, and approaching resistance. So those are kind of my playbooks. And if we have time, I'll go over some of those as well. Got filled at 380 on TIVC. But yeah, no, it's a BG. It's way more consistent of a way to make money. For me, I was never good at going long, and nobody I know is really consistently profitable. And again, not saying you can't be, but I wasn't good at it. Yeah, BG. And like, this is not like trying to flex or whatever, but like I'm up, let me see, I'm up over 30K on the month and only have one red day. So like, it's way more consistent for me than going long. Like occasionally I would make profit going long, but like I was red most days, and I like more of the consistent, like I average around like 2K a day roughly. So it's just less of an emotional roller coaster for me. Like, yeah, sometimes longs I would make 2, 3, 4K a day. But then the rest of the week, I've lost 1,000, 2,000. So I just think there's a better edge in shorting personally. And it's not that I'm against going long. I wish I was good at going long, but I'm not. I'm not. I've tried. And I'm not consistent. I think you got to be a better trader. I'm not the best trader. I just try to find where there's an edge. I'm still not in TIVC. I want to see it up more. It might not get there, and I'm okay with that. So I'm still in THAR. I'm only in 1,500 shares. I'm up about 160 bucks. Might trim some here though. Playing on the smaller side this morning, but kind of like it lately. Got a lot of things going on. Personal life, so when I trade heavy, it just feels like it's so much more mentally exhausting. So the only play I'm in right now, I went ahead and closed my entire, oh, I'm glad I did. Starting to curl up a little bit, but I'll play it again if it gets back up here. Keep an eye on NBY. So I'm a little heavier, speaking of going heavy, a little bit heavier than I'd like to be in this one because I wasn't expecting it to make a move to $1.10 again. So I averaged up around this level. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it, see what it does. Again, I'm not like that heavy, but I'm in 5,000 shares. It's kind of at the top of where I like to, my size. It's about 5K because when they do things like this, bro, I cannot believe this thing is getting bullish again. All right, I'm in 6,000 shares now, 113, but I'm not adding any more. So we'll see what it does here. It still hasn't broken a new high. Still is wicked up to $1.18. So, but it is getting close. If it breaks a new high, I'm gonna have to reevaluate the position. But not confident it's going to do that. Alex, your 390 position looks like you're in the money. I hope it flushes for y'all, whoever else is in it. Yeah, BG, that's a good way to put it. So I think if you become so for example, this is a guy in our group I've grown pretty close to, and he did the whole Ross program going long, and he learned a lot going through all that trading long for a couple of years, but he was never consistent. And now that he's went over to shorting, he is banking. Like, I'm not kidding. Some of y'all saw it on the end of month call that we had in Circle, which we've moved to Discord. The dude is like I talked to him this morning. He's like 30 days in a row or something crazy where he's green. Usually making between 500 to 1,000 bucks just playing the pops and pre-market. And I think he has a very good edge because he did trade long and he studied and he knows the long side. So yeah, no, I think the best shorters kind of started long, to be honest. They learned how things work and then you just do it in reverse. So like, yeah, I found that over the long term, if I just went short instead of long, I would have actually been in a much better position. Yeah, no, that's kind of where my moment of insight was. Nice. I hope y'all are Alex, hope you're still holding on to that. But yeah, you can, again, not to throw shade at long. I just can't make money going long. Like I try, like every now and then in a blue moon, I'll make some money going long, but I'm just not that good of a trader. Shorting's easier. And again, I'm not trying to be the best trader in the world. I'm trying to make money. Or I'm not trying to be the best trader. Yeah. I just want to make consistent returns. That's my goal. Oh, I saw you, Alex. Dang it. You got out. Yeah, Scotty, we tested it out this week. I should have sent out better communication. Life has just been insane lately. Got a freaking promotion this week at work, and I should be happy about it. But I'm going to lose so much of my free time. Like I was trying to get a distance myself from my W-2, and now I got a promotion. Thankful for the promotion. I don't want to, because it was a really good promotion. Yeah, well, I don't want to share too many details. I don't want anybody to ever know where I work, but a nice little promotion, but it has been super distracting this week. So we're testing out the Discord this week, and then I'm going to open it up this weekend for the people on the wait list. And again, it's not like I've been trying to distance myself from my W-2, but the salary is pretty solid. So and they let me work remote. So the more I try to distance myself from it, the more opportunity presents itself. It's weird how life works like that. But if I was like really wanted a promotion at work, it probably would be the other way. So long story short, it's been a very busy couple weeks with launching properties and the W-2 promotion. So we're testing it out. I want to add a few more things this week, and I'll probably open it this weekend for the wait list. So sorry for the lack of communication. No, good, Alex. Yeah. If small loss is a win. Saber, I've been trading for over 5 years. I used to only go long, but wasn't consistent with shorting, though. If you know what you're doing, you can actually make money compared to going long. Yeah, bro, for sure. This might not be a bad entry on this move up on TIVC, but again, I want to see it up more. Yeah, Saber, yeah, and that's a good way to put it. Yeah, you just got to have that's how the dude I was talking about too, Saber, was he watched all of Ross's courses, and I think Ross is a G. I think he's an amazing long trader, but just because he's amazing at it, and like just look at what we've done in our group, y'all, everybody that's in the circle and now Discord. Like yesterday, everyone that shared their gains was green. Like there's besides I think one person, so like it's just more consistent wins. But we have some, and again, I'm not going to pretend like it. There's an ugly side to shorting too. I've taken some big losses, but that was on me. I let him play too much, and I tend to still do that. So it's not perfect, but if you have decent risk management, outside of the outliers we were talking about earlier, like avoid Chinese tickers, avoid tickers under 1 million float, like it'll alleviate or eliminate a lot of the issues. If I shorted every false break I went long on, I'd be Elon Musk. Yeah, no, I get it, bro. That's how I felt. Like it was legit. Like I was like, if I did the opposite of what I was doing, I would be profitable. And so then I started looking into shorting, and then you know, again, not to flex, but like I made a lot of money last year, and then I started the Bear of Wall Street entity in June, and then June to end of year, I made about 200K. January and February, I was already up 100K on the year. The last few months, I've been a little bit of a struggle. I've just letting some black swan events take me out. But it was breaking my rules, so I deserved it. Honestly, hard lessons. So technically, I'm green still the last, I think, 3 out of 4 months, but the one red was pretty. I was pretty annoyed about it, and then a couple of those green months weren't super impressive because I let 1 or 2 events hurt me. So yeah, risk management's the key in this game with shorting. What does W2 mean? That means my day job. Yeah, I lead retail for a cannabis company. So if it was like a little gig, I would have bounced, but like they pay me very well. So again, that's not like not to brag, like I almost, I don't want to say it, but like it makes things harder now to just go back to, because I want to, some of y'all know this, but beginning of the year, I told them that I wanted to leave the job, and then they offered me a very nice incentive to stay on. So I would only work 20 hours. They would give me 75% of my pay. It worked out, but here this week, there's been a little bit of a shakeup. So another promotion presented itself. And I guess I'm gonna take it. I suppose one of the reasons people like Ross actively warn against shorting is to prevent as many people becoming short sellers as possible, making more longs join him and pumping the stock. Yeah, no, I think Ross is a good trader, but he's a self-fulfilling prophecy trader. Like I've seen him take like just 6-figure positions on tickers that have floats less than $1 million, and then that'll move the stock by itself. And then all of his followers, if they jump in, and not all of them, if 10% of them jump in, it's going to move the stock. It's going to go the direction he wants. Like it is what it is. I still think he's an amazing trader. He was an amazing trader before he had a following, but now he's chilling. And again, it's a lot easier than that, but it's an edge. Just like everything, it's an edge. Like if I had, a big following, and every time I took a short, all my following went in and took a short, yeah, it's going to go down. Like that's how these things work. But I still think he's a good trader. But it's hard to be a Ross in this game. DJ, do you invest long-term into U.S. cannabis stocks as well? Not really. Yeah, not really. We're all struggling, bro. We make a lot of money, but we're taxed like an illegal business, so we can't write like hardly anything off. And what I mean by anything, like rent, employee salaries, basic supplies. Like it's wild, bro. Like when the legislation, or like when it gets reclassified, cannabis companies will boom because we make a lot of cash, but we don't, we're cash flowing businesses. We don't get to, and again, that's how you get ahead in business. Like when you spend money, you can write it off. When we spend money, we can't write it off because we're taxed like in a quote unquote illegal business. And it's crazy. Like hundreds of millions of dollars have been invested into our company. So it's not like this is some sketchy like company I work for. Like this is a legit company, but tax wise, we're treated very questionably. but the current administration has hinted at looking into it, but so did the Biden administration. So we'll see if it comes to pass. Ooh, TIVC, this, still not in it. I should have, oh gosh, I totally forgot about MBY. I'm glad I'm sitting good with it. Yeah, I'm still not in TIVC. I was waiting for it to get closer to 50%, and this is kind of why it's looking kind of bullish now. TVA, let's see, TIVC receives 2 investigational new drug applications. Yeah, I'm gonna let it run a little bit. Y'all pointed out some levels earlier, didn't y'all? Let's see. Maybe I sent you a message on Discord. We'll look at it. Ian, I think risk management is the key to any type of profitable trading. Being reckless has been the reason for nearly all of my large losses. Yep. Same, bro. Alexandru. This is why meditating is a good thing for me. Just stay in silence for 10 minutes to run things through my mind. Yeah, same, bro. I don't meditate as much, but I'll say like little prayers, try to get my head in the right spot before I trade. That's kind of why I didn't immediately start trading today. Just like I got to have my moment in the morning, grounding. Oh yeah, when legalization happens, CJ, these, and it wouldn't hurt. I think most of these cannabis companies have bottomed out for the most part. The True Leaves, the GTIs, and it's funny because whenever we hear news like that about legalization, all these Canadian tickers start running, and I think it's because cannabis companies in the U.S. have to trade on the OTC, so they'll still pump. But I notice all the Canadian tickers run because they're allowed to trade on outside of the OTC. But yeah, I probably should be dollar cost averaging into a few of them, but I've worked for a few of the big ones. Harvest, True Leaf, worked for both of them. Harvest got acquired by True Leaf. And then I dipped. T-Mac Trades. I work for the largest cannabis retailer in Canada. I feel you, brother. Nice. Yeah, you can how's we can, it's probably not even worth it, but I think y'all are taxed a little different though, but that's cool, bro. You're in the industry. Nice. No, bro. I don't have any entrepreneurial aspirations in cannabis. I just want to trade. I almost regret I got into real estate. I'm like, bro, you were killing it at a business where you don't have customers, you don't have a boss, you can pick your schedule. And then I get into real estate, short terms real estate at that. So it's just, I should just stick with trading. That's my goal from here on out. And I got into real estate to offset taxes, but I'm trying to cash flow the properties too. MBY, man, this thing is not falling. But yeah, Alex, no, I'm not. I just want to be a trader, to be honest. Because it's just the freedom that you get with trading is just next level, bro. Like I can, because even if I have like a solid business, like okay, for my Airbnbs, for example, I got my mom on payroll. A lot of y'all know that, but she's helping me manage my properties. But still, like shit breaks and like people have requests and the AC goes out. I'm in Florida, so I got to get somebody to go fix it. Then you got to manage reviews, make sure you don't get bad reviews when things happen. Like it's, and then I've spent a ton of capital getting these properties ready. So I'm just like, bro, trading is where it's at. Like you're your own boss, no customers. You just trade when you want to. This is a beautiful thing. So long story short, I'm trying to focus more on trading, hence creating the group. Oh yeah, to your point too. Trading probability, the highest margin business. Totally, bro. Like again, no contract. Yeah, it's bro. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Land hacker, STR short-term rentals. You got it. Familiar with that? I see your name's Land Hacker. And the reason I got into short-term is because one, you can cash flow. If you know what you're doing, you can cash flow. It's a little hard in this current interest rate environment, but the one I just launched, Santa Rosa Beach, is doing well. It's doing well. The most recent launch, but I spent a lot to get it there. And the reason I went with short-term rental is for the cash flow, but also you can get material participation if you put in a certain amount of hours, and then it changes it from a passive investment to an active investment, aka offset my my trading taxes. So like Trump brought back the bonus, 100% bonus depreciation. So I can basically write off most of the property outside the land to offset my trading. So that's kind of why I got into it. TIVC's trading sideways. PHAR kind of trading sideways. I really, NBY, I'm in, like I said, I'm in a little thicker than I'd like to be. I'm in 6,000 shares now. I haven't traded much. Y'all know I overslept today, so I'm only up $600 on the day, and I'm down 450 on NBY. So pretty slow morning. I do think this flushes at some point, but the longer it hangs out up here, the less I like it. So I'm gonna trade it till it breaks a new high, but I would have liked to see it flush by now. It's kind of hanging out in this area, so we'll see. Bro, that's hilarious. Are you in the I know you're talking about Kai Andrews. I'm in his circle group actually. Him and Robuilt, Rob. That's actually why I created a circle, because I like their circle group. But it's better for that, not for trading and quick alerts. Small world, bro. That's cool. But yeah, I've been making honestly most of my money recently, like these end of day fades. So I don't really want to play market open today, but if NBY doesn't fade, I might end up getting forced into it because I don't want to cut it here. I mean, it's still 30 minutes, a lot can happen, but this thing is chilling. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Let's see if there's any movers, new PRs coming out. I don't see any. Let me know if y'all see something. Just keeping an eye on MBY. It's stressing me out. So oh, THR about to fade. Should have held on to some runners on that one, but all good. Yeah, I'm MBY is not going my way. So if it holds over, what's this, 18, I'm gonna probably end up covering most of my position. Or half of it. But I like to see the 5-minute close over a new high because there's a lot of liquidity traps, meaning like they know people will stop out right here. So until the 5-minute close is above $1.18, I'm gonna stay in it. Alexander is getting some attention now. MBY, yeah, of course it is. People love trash tickers to hype them up. Like the more you look into this CEO situation and what he's done in the past and with sketchy companies, it's a clown show. But these are usually the ones that get attention for whatever reason. It's not the one that just dropped next level phase 3 data. I mean, those run too, I guess, but it's usually really good news or some like BS thing like this. So but that's part of the game. Can't be mad at it. I chose to play it. Or I used to be one of them chasing trash. A lot of us were, bro. And it works until it, and then whenever they give it back, though, they usually give it back quick. And it's crazy. I played this one so well yesterday, literally 98 cents to like 81 cents. And then today, should have left it alone. But market opens in 25 minutes. We'll see what it does if I'm still in it. I don't mind this candle not holding above the high, but again, like it's obviously trending up. So I would like to see that action break at some point. So TIVC is getting a little more interesting. And this is why it's a little bit more interesting, because this is just kind of how I look at these. So you see this got lower than this one right here. So so this is basically a lower low. And a lot of times after even if it's just a tiny bit like that, a lot of times the next move up, if there is another move, if it doesn't flush right here, because Stephen will play these sometimes, like, and it'll continue to fade. I like to see it make like one more bounce up, and then I start trying to find a position, but this one's about to fade. Over here chasing NBY, and all these pretty plays are happening in front of me. THAR and TIVC. TRIB, is that a new one that's running? Oh, it is. TRIB. I wonder if that's why this one's finally fading. Money rotation. I want to play it. But I want to see it get to $2. If it gets to $2, I'll enter it. Dang, the locates are pretty pricey. As long as these all look like. Yeah, true. The locates on TRB's pricey. Nice. Oh, I haven't even pulled it up. Sorry. TRIB. I trade mobile for y'all that don't know. So that's why I'm not sharing like live trade. Okay, now I'm in it finally. I got up to the 198 and I entered. So that was more of a psychological level I played. Ooh, but it has a history of running all the way to 3 recently. I don't even remember this. I don't know if I played this. So it's due for a pop. Crazy move up. It's usually the 3rd day where you get a nice little move up, but it's the 5th day we're getting a move. So I got an entry at 198. That was more just, again, psychological $2 level. Kind of want to wait to see if it fades back down some, kind of to make up for my trash MBY position. But it's at least like that candle a little bit better. But does it have news? I'm up about $100 on it now, only under 1,000 shares. Trinity Biotech granted regulatory approval for offshore and outsourced manufacturing of its flagship rapid HIV test. I'm not that confident in that PR, but again, like I've told y'all before, y'all know this. If things start running after 9, even for you longs, y'all probably notice this. When things start breaking highs, like MBY is trying to do, or TRIB, a late pre-market pop, I just noticed my win rate goes down with these. And I think that's just because they keep momentum usually. But I'm going to try to hold this one a little bit, see if it flushes. I'm trimming here at $1.85. Again, I played it small, only 1,000 shares. I'm only in 500 shares now. And I'm just going to ride out the rest, see if it, or take some more here at VWAP. Actually, I got out at $1.83. So $1.85, $1.83. I didn't make much on it, but I'm going to be careful because data shows after 9, just not as good. So I'll play it again if it goes back up to 2. $1.98 to be exact. So I like this move. So if this, and this is a big but if TIVC gets back up to 394, I'm interested. Kind of similar to what, well, no, it didn't really do that, but y'all know how I played this VWAP and then added right here, and then it faded? I could see something similar with TIVC. I wouldn't be surprised if it just keeps fading to the 200, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it tests VWAP, and after it breaking a massive new low and multiple, I'm on the 1 minute, let's look at the 5 minute. Yeah, so see how this broke below even this level? So if this comes back up to VWAP, I'm very interested in TIVC and extremely interested if it tries to test highs. Did I get, oh, I'm in this again, okay. $1.98, 1,000 shares, let's scout mode today. So let's see if it fades again, and I'll take profit again around VWAP. If it breaks a high, I'm just gonna get out. Like, just not even gonna mess with it, because again, after 9 o'clock, like to be somewhat of a data trader. Like if data says I'm not good at a certain time, I'm going to respect it. Do you think it's essential to have TradeZilla or TraderView for your trading? So I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a TradeZella affiliate link, and I would love for y'all to use it. But do I think it's essential? No, I don't think it's essential. I think it's just one of those things that can help you maybe take your trading to the next level, you know, if you put in the time, because I don't always put in the time. I don't chart as much as I should with it. I actually like TradeZilla a lot for the reporting. Like I was surprised at how good the reporting was, like breaking down time of days, because I trade, historically I've traded all times of days, literally from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I'm actually profitable almost every hour too, but I've learned a lot about how I trade based on TradeZilla reporting. So I don't want to like BS you and say it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary, but it's nice to reflect on your tickers, see what you did wrong. I think that's just, you know, one of those things that can help you take it to the next level, but it's far from essential. Because last year, I made more money last year and I didn't have it. So. GXAI, is it? Are we getting that? Are we getting that pop? I'm out 184. Just playing this move. Played it twice. If it wants to do it again, I'll do it again. Let's look at GXAI. I got to keep an eye on NBY. I look away too long. GXAI. Yeah, no, it's starting to curl up a little bit. Starting to curl up a little bit. Let me get to the 5 minute. See what levels look good for this one. Honestly, this doesn't look like a terrible level, this 185. And it's approaching, bro, I think this is a solid, again, I can give financial advice, but I'm actually starting to get interested in this one. So it's about to have to fight to break over the 200, which is difficult. Plus, it's at that 185 level. Ooh. Yeah, it's starting to look a little appealing. ERIB, this might be where it fades. Probably should have held some runners. Yeah, GXAI, I'm gonna get a little starter in it. I don't think this is a terrible starter position. It could go up to like 2 or higher, but and this is just a second red day setup, guys. And I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert at this either. Like I'm decent at these, but sometimes I misjudge the entries. But good call, Alex. Got in at 182, 1,000 shares. So we'll see what it does. See if we get a flush throughout the day. It'll be a slow mover for y'all that aren't, I mean, Alex, I think you know that, but for people that are new to the second day, it's not going to be as volatile. It's going to be just like, usually it's just a slow creep down. It could curl up, test $2. That was a pretty interesting level for it, or higher, but I went ahead and entered 1,000 shares. We'll see how it plays out. I think it's a good risk versus reward on it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking too, Alex. Probably stop out at or add. I don't know. I'll see how the price action is. If it blasts past 2, probably not. But if it hesitates around 2, it looks weak, I might potentially add there. Because it was just a level that gave it all kind of trouble yesterday, as you can see. like boom, 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 boom. It tried to break past it, and then it did have a few candles go above it, but it just couldn't hold. So 2's not a bad level to play too. Oh, I'm missing some of the comments. TXI become more interesting. Hello, Joseph. Nice call on TIVC. I scalped her. Good, 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 good. Oh yeah, no, it's fading. Fading, fading, fading. So on 12.6, there's a gap fill. That's the 186 level. Yeah. Oh, so it has a gap fill too. So yeah, that 185 level is looking interesting. Cool plan, bro. I like it. I like it. I like it. I should try to trade these more because these second day faders, they're pretty consistent. We haven't had a whole lot of multi-day runners, so I should be focused more on these second day red days, to be honest. THAR drop. They're all dropping today, it seems. TRB is hanging around. I don't know which one to, so I'll do this one. Yeah, I should have held some of these, but to be honest, they haven't been fading very cleanly lately. Bro, all these beautiful plays and I'm stuck in NBY. Sorry. So I'm sitting at 874 on the day. Yeah, nothing that crazy. Trading kind of smaller, but I'm down unrealized 508. Yeah, 584 on NBY. So we get a flush here at market open. My average isn't that bad though. My average is 106. I'm just in 6,000 shares. So if I get a nice flush at market open, which I probably will. So even if this thing blasts off, it usually, I mean, it's hard. So the first move is usually a fake out move. So if it flushes, a lot of times it'll like wick up like this and then it'll flush. And a lot of times when it takes off, I don't know if this is market manipulation to fake out people or just how stocks move. I don't know. But a lot of times before they take off, they'll flush down and then just rip. So if I do get a flush down to VWAP, I'm going to trim way down, way, way, way down. Probably take 4,000 shares off. And then just leave 2,000 to see how it plays. Because I still think it's just trash. You know what I mean? But just because I think it's trash doesn't mean it won't run. Just want to be clear. The part that concerns me with NBY is there's nothing that's like, well, good. So if this is what I want to see, I'm actually not adding to this reentry. And I'm going to be rooting for it because it's after 9, right before market open. I want this to get all the attention. So if this starts ripping, breaking new highs, holding over 2, that'll make me feel a lot better about NBY because it'll steal a lot of the attention. Come on, TRIB. And if any of y'all are in it, sorry, but I'm I'll be a little cheerleader for it for the next 8 minutes. There we go. Okay, so again, that's kind of my thesis. So I want something that looks exciting, because THAR and some of these other ones that we looked at, not GXAI, this is the second day play, but TRIB is having trouble holding over 2 though. Close 5-minute closed above $2. I think that increases the probability of it running. So let's see. Oh, let's see. Let me look at the comments for y'all. So let's see. BG TIVC would have been off my list at the double top. Probably would have shorted that green candle after 423. Zane, where are you on month? I think I'm at 30K. RCKT might be a short at around 440. It has market cap though around 4 billion. Not interested in. Market open when you are in a play is something else. Yeah, nah, it's brutal. But where are you at on the month? 30K. Do I have my TradeZilla pulled up? Yeah. I'll flash it real quick. So real quick before market opens, sitting right above 30K. I got it faked out yesterday. I thought I made more than 1.54. TradeZero gave me a fake out number, but pretty solid month so far. TradeZilla score, they don't like that my average loss is bigger than my average win, 233 to 11, but it's like $20. And if you win 76% of the time, you can get away with it. But most people will throw shade at that. But yes, it's over. It's a pretty good month so far. I needed a good month though. But market's about to open. My main attention is on MBY. So, oh, did I just get? I bet my position got filled. Close. Let's see. Yes. So I'm only in 2,000 shares of MBY. Ooh, I can breathe now. That little flush right there. So long story short, guys, I got out of 4,000 shares at break even, and I won't regret that. Even if it flushes down, I just wanted my size smaller because I'm pretty content with where my P&L is at right now. Because again, I got a busy day today, so I can't be managing positions all day. I'll come back end of the day and trade some more, but I can breathe a little bit better. Because to your point, Alexander, holding stocks in the market open, I used to love it. Now I hate it because it's almost like gambling. I'm trying to gamble less. So yeah, I'm only in 2,000 shares of MBY now. So market will open in 1 minute. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, Alex, I do better in slow markets. It's weird. Y'all, I know y'all heard me say that over and over again, but I'm not BS. I don't know why I do better in slow markets. I haven't really figured it out. I think because my risk management is not where it needs to be, and it's less likely we just haven't seen any 1,000% gainers. Ooh. Let's see. So I hope that wasn't the fake out move and it runs, but it went all the way down to $2. Now it's curling back up. Let's see. GXAI. Ooh, there's that $2. Man, we should. Did you have an entry, Alex, at $2? Because I did. This kind of goes back to like mistiming where to enter. I should have waited for probably $2, to be honest. But that level we talked about. Wish I would have been ready with an order. And even if MBY runs against me now, I'm not stressing. I'm only in 2,000 shares. I still think there's a good chance it flushes, but nothing's really running right now. And something probably will run. Don't know which one it'll be. But I hope it's not MBY. But like I said, even if it is, I'll just have to take a small loss. I'm only in 2,000 shares now. I can breathe again. Yeah, BG, if this one holds V, well, it's not looking promising now. But again, these first couple of minutes, there's a lot of fake out action. So let's see. Why the $2 level, Ian? So it's just, again, I'm not even the best at finding levels. I'm gonna be honest with you, but this is just one of these areas pre-market it struggled to get over. And then after hours, or end of day, I was very familiar with this level because that was where I was going to stop out if a candle closed over it. So it just struggled to hold over that level. So I just think it's going to struggle there again. Man, Alex, did you have an entry waiting at 2, bro? We'd be banking if we did. So Ian, yeah, that was kind of it. It's just, you just see all these wicks above it. It's just an area to struggle with. And on top of it, it's a psychological level. $2, $1, Jesus Christ, $1, $3, things like that. Especially like 5, 10, 2. It just needs a lot of momentum to break past them. And I probably am not going to stay on here much longer, guys. I got to get ready for my W-2 now that we all know what a W-2 is. But yeah, feeling good about this GXAI, especially with this flush. Wish I would have had an order waiting right here, but let's see how this one plays out. But these are the only 2 plays I'm in. GXAI, second red day play, see if it keeps fading. And then MBY, honestly, I'm not even feeling that good about this one. So if it holds over 118, candle closes, I'm just going to get out, take a small loss. But I like to go over the P&L before I leave. So I'm up 789, really not that great. And I'm down 290 unrealized from MBY. So again, I haven't been doing that great in pre-market, so I'll come back in today, see if there's any interesting faders. And if you're in the Discord, I'll let you know if I see any. And all y'all that's on the wait list, like I said, the plan is to let y'all all in this weekend. So be on the lookout, and we'll see what MBY does here. Look like it might break, but it'll be interesting level. So I'm gonna draw on the chart here, keep an eye on it. But anyways, guys, see y'all tomorrow on YouTube or in the Discord group. Have a great day.